What's up, guys? It is approximately 12:15 a.m. Saturday morning as I do this video. This was not on my radar at all. I was watching YouTube videos and I was watching highlights from the weigh-in for the Bermudez Korean Zombie Fight Night card. I take a lot from the weigh-ins when I evaluate fights, when I'm breaking down fights, when I'm looking at odds. And I know Korean Zombie has been out for over 3 years due to military duty in South Korea. I know that Dennis Bermudez is the ninth ranked featherweight in the UFC. I've been hearing people say how much of a disadvantage the Korean Zombie is at, how he's been inactive, how that's going to hurt him, how they did not book him well in his comeback fight, like he should have got a soft touch, like he should have got a tune-up. This was not on my radar. I was staying away from this fight. I figured this was a pick 'em fight, and I was not going to play this fight. And then I looked at the weigh-in. I saw the sizable size and height advantage Korean Zombie had on Dennis Bermudez, and then I had to break down this fight. I had to look at the fight. I knew that Korean Zombie was the underdog, and I needed to see by how much, and I needed to see if it was worth playing. And after what I have seen and what I have looked at, this could be a hell of an opportunity. Okay, on the weigh-in, they had Bermudez listed as 5'6", and they had Korean Zombie listed as 5'7". He looked more than an inch taller than Dennis Bermudez. So, in my research on SureDog and on Wikipedia, Korean Zombie is listed as 5'9", compared to Bermudez 5'6". I would agree with that because he looked taller than 1 inch over Bermudez. Okay. So then I wondered about the reach. Korean Zombie has a 73-inch reach. Bermudez has a 66-inch reach. So that is a 7-inch reach advantage. I mean, this is almost different weight class type size advantage for Korean Zombie. Korean Zombie is 29, Bermudez is 30. Okay. Korean Zombie has been a martial artist since 14 years old. So he has been a martial artist for 15 years. Okay. In Bermudez's profile, it says that he is a wrestler. And that's pretty much all it says. Korean Zombie. He has a third-degree black belt in Hapkido. He has a second-degree black belt in Taekwondo. He has a black belt in Judo. He has a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's been a pro since 2007, while Bermudez turned pro in 2009. 12 of his 14 wins have been inside the distance. Okay. Bermudez has 16 wins, 9 by decision, only 4 by KO. So he doesn't have crazy KO power. Okay. In Bermudez's 5 losses, he has been submitted 4 times. Korean Zombie, out of his 12, he has 12 out of 14 wins inside the distance. Out of those 12 wins, 9 were by submission. So he has a clear submission advantage over Bermudez, and Bermudez is at risk of getting submitted. Korean Zombie's only KO loss was by a head kick. Okay. It says that he was TKO'd by Aldo due to punches, but that was more of an injury thing. He got injured in the fight, separated his shoulder. Okay. I am predicting that Korean Zombie is going to win this fight inside the distance. When I saw the odds, you can get as good as a plus 170 or plus 175 on Korean Zombie. He is kind of a sizable underdog. And I'm guessing this is due to his inactivity. But I'm telling you, as a lifelong martial artist And with him being in the military, being around men, and coming from a fighting culture in South Korea, Korean Zombie has not been sitting around being lazy and not doing MMA or not training at all over the last 3+ years. You know, his body probably is well rested and he has trained well. You know, uh, he is the more accomplished mixed martial artist. He has fought for the title. Bermudez has not. I don't know how high ranked Korean Zombie was, if they had rankings at that time, but he challenged for a title, so he clearly has reached higher heights in MMA as opposed to Bermudez. So you look at his background, you look at what he has actually done inside the cage. He is the more accomplished and better fighter on paper, and he has a size advantage. I mean, this looks like a hell of an opportunity. You know, Bermudez, his background, he has been a pro for what, over 7 years now. But his background is wrestling. He doesn't have all these, black belts and purple belts in different disciplines as Korean Zombie. At least it's not listed online as I saw. Um, like I said, not much KO power. 16 wins, only 4 KOs. 5 losses. He's been submitted 4 times in those losses. So he is vulnerable to getting submitted. And hell, as a wrestler, if he was to take Korean Zombie down, Korean Zombie has what, a purple belt in BJJ, so he could get submitted. Just like we saw Valentina do to Juliana. So this looks like a great opportunity, guys. And I have gone in. This was not on my radar. I thought this was a pick 'em fight. I remember seeing Bermudez doing media day stuff. Uh, hell, Korean Zombie. I mean, Bermudez was doing interviews with UFC Tonight, I believe, and I mean, I think Korean Zombie is focused, and I think he has a hell of a chance here. You know, and I thought I'd give you guys a heads up, man. This looks like it could be great. It looks like it could be great. Um, so look over these things, see if there's anything else I need to comment on. Uh, I think this could be a great play. Um, Oh, and by the way, Korean Zombie, I read that he got the nickname because he can take a great deal of punishment, and obviously he can. I mean, he's only been KO'd by a head kick, and that's the same for Nate Diaz. Tough guy can take a lot of punishment, can take a lot of punches. It took a head kick to knock out Nate Diaz by Josh Thompson. So Korean Zombie is tough. I was impressed with him when I saw him fight. He has the second fastest knockout in UFC history. What he did to Mark Hominick. He uh, he was a very big underdog against Dustin Poirier, and he smoked Dustin Poirier. Very impressive performance. So historically, he is the better fighter, and he has the bigger, better background.